Then you also have moral rights. Unlike economic rights, moral rights cannot be transferred. They cannot be, they cannot leave the original author of the work. So these include the right to paternity, which is to be identified on your work. So if you've licensed your work or transferred it to Netflix, they have to acknowledge you, whether it's in the credits or in the name of the work that you are the creator of the work. They also, you also have the right to the integrity of your work, to have your work not be distorted or mutilated or modified in a way that dishonors you or your reputation. If anybody does so, then they've infringed on your right and you can take action. You also have the right for disclosure, the right to decide when and how your work is first made available to the public, basically publishing. So no one should publish or release your work before you have authorized that, and if they do so, then they have infringed on your copyright. Like I said, these rights remain with the author even after selling your economic rights. So just because you transferred your economic rights to somebody else does not mean that they can distort your moral rights however they see fit. So there are also other ways where rights can be not as direct as I've created the work and now it's been transferred. For example, employee-employer dealings. So if a work is created in the course of employment, for example, I've created this presentation. This presentation is not a matters presentation. It is Uganda Registration Services Bureau's presentation because it has been made under contract, and therefore I cannot claim it as my own. Additionally, a copyright can be bought, sold, inherited, or transferred, and therefore someone other than the original creator may hold the copyright work later on. For example, if the owner passes away, that work can be inherited. That estate can be inherited to either their children or somebody else that has been authorized by will. Then an owner can also assign or otherwise deal with rights comprised within copyright wholly or partially, and basically this is for a certain period, which goes back to licensing and transferring. Like I said here before, you can either decide to transfer all your economic rights or just a specific one. There's what they call exclusive licensing and non-exclusive licensing, where, for example, distribution of work. I can say Screenwriters Guild or Netflix is the only one who is allowed to distribute my work in Uganda. And it's an exclusive license, which means nobody else can license that work based on that contract. They would be infringing. However, you can also have a non-exclusive license where I am distributing through Netflix, I'm distributing through Showmax, I'm distributing through YouTube, and it's not exclusive to a particular third party.